Okay, from the way I'm smiling, you obviously know I don't believe in balance.
Okay. Let's start with that.
Yes,
You
yes.
believe in smile.
I believe in smile truly, truly, and the thing with work life is I see it more as a basket weaving. You know, when you weave a basket or when you're knitting, different colors and different threads come together. You know, and sometimes as per the design of the larger thing that you're trying to create, sometimes it could be work that comes as priority, sometimes it could be life that comes as priority. But having said that, for me, my family has always been priority. So I'm the kind of person 10 years ago that said no to a government job because I felt my children were very small. Yes, later when the recession hit in 2010, I regretted it and I wanted so badly to go on board as a full time at that opportunity. But you know, they didn't accept me even after 14 months of having me on board. I felt a little disappointed with my decision. But guess what? If I had taken that decision, I wouldn't be pursuing the path that I am right now. So somewhere I think there is this wisdom beyond us, some force that's driving us that knows what is best for us. So I think if we just went with our gut feel and took decisions based on that, and just did not make it so important to find a balance, but to find a weave where one weaves beautifully into another. And when you are kind of empowering your children and your near and dear ones to work with you, and to be supportive of what you're doing. And that can only be possible when you are very well aware and respectful of what you're doing. Very often we complain, women often, I've heard very many of them who say, my family doesn't support me. Well, they don't support you because you haven't shown how important this is for you. When you show how important something is for you, that's when your family begins to align and understand the kind of respect your work deserves and the kind of respect you're giving your work. And then they somehow kind of begin to weave into the process and become part of it. So these are my thoughts on balance.
So true.
And the thing that I talk about is trust, hope, respect, love. Four pillars: trust, hope, respect, love are the four things that we are always looking for to receive from the other person. And
Right.
when we don't get it, we're bitter and angry and upset. And the thing is, the other person won't give it to you because you have to first give it to yourself. And
Right.
from the outpour, the others are going to realize how you need to be loved, how you need to be respected, how you need to be given trust and hope. That's important for you to first nourish yourself, and then the others are going to understand that language that you're having. So I think, as I said, with work balance, it's important to know where the client's priorities lie, and based on that, to come up with an idea that works best for them. Because it does there isn't a one size fits all solution for this. Someone could have children who are 12 and they still think that they're too little, and there could be people who've got 4-year-olds who think that they can manage on their own. And both of them are right depending on how they're bringing up the kids, what the environment of the house is. So it's important, I believe, to work based on the situation that the client is, and to understand first, to prioritize what is where their priorities lie, and then work accordingly. So yeah, these are my thoughts.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I think a lot of us get into a place of feeling stuck or overwhelmed because of the stories in our mind. So it's important for a person to just take a step back and understand what are some stories that they've been telling themselves. Because isn't that what we do? We have an experience and we give it a meaning, and then we kind of build our story on that. So it's important, I believe, to take a step back with the client and help them see what meaning they are giving to the experiences they've had. Because our stories are either serving us or they're stopping us from moving forward. And when we are able to do that, it's easier, it's simpler to identify whether it's truly the truth. And I say truly the truth on purpose because sometimes the stories aren't even real, right? It's an assumption that we've made. So, is your story the truth? Is it serving you? And if it's not serving you, what could you do so that it serves you? And what could you do about it if it is the truth? No, because sometimes it is the truth. So, what would you like to do about it? If it is not serving you, how would you like to utilize that situation? Because sometimes you're given a challenge as a springboard. You're given a challenge as a springboard where you can actually use it as a springboard. But the only thing is, sometimes we don't use it as a springboard. We use it like a bouncy castle, and we're just bouncing in the same place over and over again. And like a trampoline, we're in one place and bouncing. We're not moving forward. We're not springboarding forward. So I believe it's important for us to understand the conversations in our mind. It's important to focus our attention on the things that are serving us. It's also important for us to understand where and what is our intention when we're moving forward. And for those of you who know my SMILE strategy, yes, I am breaking down the SMILE strategy because it is silence the mind, manage your attention, identify the intention, let things go. Past experiences of failure, experiences that have caused you to have fear, labels that you might have, just let them go and energize the possibilities, as in put things into action. You go to a coach, you speak to them, you have sessions with them, you come up with an action plan. However, if you don't put it into action, if you don't really put the energy into it, it's not going to cause you any kind of progress moving forward. So it's important to assess all of these things and then make a difference to yourself and to the people that matter to you.